Alright guys, what's up and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today's going to be a little bit of a different video. It's just more of a quick tip that I want to help you guys implement in pretty much any sales situation that you're in. That being said, you can implement this in pretty much any situation where you want to convince someone else that you know what you're talking about and you want to sound certain. And it's really just how you actually end your sentences when you're talking. So there are really three ways that you can sort of end a sentence, and the way you end up, if your tonality goes up at the end of a sentence, you're going to sound more uncertain. You're going to sound like you don't know what you're talking about, and you're going to sound like someone that the other person should not be trusting of their opinion. Does that make sense? Then you have a neutral tone. This is the one that you want to stay in the most, because obviously if you go too far into like the authoritative frame, it's not going to come across too well. But if you really need to be stern with someone, ending your sentences with pointed downward inflecting tonality is going to be a great way to actually convey authority, convey knowledge, and convey expertise, right? You can almost hear me doing it and kind of overdoing it in this video just as an example. But it's very, very simple to actually start working on this. Just be mindful of it, which is also why I wanted to make this video. Because before you actually realize what you're potentially doing, it's very hard to actually do anything about it. So what I want you to do, especially if you like have a job where you need to do sales, or you're running your own company where you need to do sales, what I want you to do is start recording your own calls and go back and listen to how you actually communicate. Are you ending your sentences with upward tonality? It almost sounds kind of cringy to do it, but you kind of hear the example. Are you more neutral, which is good, or are you even more authoritative, which is also good, but I would stick to mostly neutral. So go back and listen to how you're talking and start becoming mindful of how you're actually communicating and how your tonality is inflicting at the end of each sentence that you're communicating to someone else, pretty much. And start playing with it. Just start playing with having that neutral tonality if you have a very like upward inflecting, especially if you're from Norway. I know Norwegians especially, it's almost like our language is like it's designed to have an upward inflecting tonality at the end. So I know if you're from Norway, you probably have just transferred that habit into the English language. So be very mindful of it. Be very mindful of how you're communicating, because it will actually subconsciously influence the other person that you're talking to way more than you realize. So that's it. Just go back, listen to your calls, listen to how you're communicating, and start practicing and being mindful of having neutral and downward inflecting tonality. And you'll actually like start feeling more like an authority. You'll see people actually start listening to you and respecting your opinion and expertise way more, because you sound like someone who knows what they're talking about. Hopefully you found this useful. Just a quick little sales tip right there for whatever you want to do in life. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video today, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Ciao.